By 2050, commercial space travel, space tourism, orbital space stations, and lunar habitats are likely to become a reality. In the next 3 decades, human beings will enter the realm of space like never before. This is due in part to the way that public interest in space exploration has been revitalized thanks to a number of exciting missions that have been mounted since the turn of the century and growing public engagement through social media. In this video, we're going to discuss the future of travel, what holidays would look like in 2050. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Hotel software assistants. While some luxury hotels will greet their guests with a human face, many business and budget hotels will use automated check-in and guidance to rooms provided by software assistants. Some hotels will even provide robotic baggage carriers to move luggage. By 2030, Hilton Hotels predict big data will allow hotels to tweak your room to your preferences before you even arrive. By 2050, hotels will be revolutionized by Claytronics, a programmable matter that you can shapeshift into different forms. Developments in brain-computer interfaces mean Claytronic matter could be programmed with thought alone. Just think of a software bed and it's yours. See the world from your living room. In 2050, travel is more of a state of mind than a physical experience. There are a number of ways for people to explore new places, not the least of which are non-existent places of pure fantasy made real by the use of technology and neuroscience. Travel is markedly different from today in the sense that it's completely mass-marketed, but customizable, has the capacity to be spontaneous, and can be experienced at a different level of consciousness using virtual and artificial reality, wearable technology, and/or advances in brain science that make artificially generated experiences equal or superior to real life. Super-fast trains, cross-border train journeys will be smoother and much improved in many parts of the world. Computer networks and the Internet of Things, IoT, will manage national and international rail networks, allowing trains to run faster and closer together. Train speed will also increase on most rail networks, with most high-speed trains running at speeds above 125 miles per hour. One example of a forthcoming international train excursion is the new direct train route from London to Bordeaux being planned by the British rail company HS1. On this route, trains will be reaching speeds of 322 km per hour, 200 miles per hour, whisking passengers to and from cities in less than 5 hours. Electric airplanes. Most electric plane designs are grounded on the drawing board, but there are some flight-ready aircrafts. The world's first all-electric commercial airliner was unveiled in Paris in June 2019. The craft is called Alice, and it carries 9 passengers for up to 650 miles at 10,000 feet, at 276 miles per hour on a single charged battery. It's expected to enter service in 2023. How much energy each battery can store is increasingly rapidly, but there are also strategies that can make electric planes more efficient. Capacitors are lightweight batteries that can hold a huge charge, but only for short periods. They could be used for takeoff, the largest energy requirement of a flight. Then more traditional batteries could power the majority of the flight. Innovation could deliver mass electric flight in the next few decades, but an alternative to fossil-fueled flight exists right now. Flying cars. And there's also a possibility of flying cars coming in 2050. They wouldn't need an air surface to land the cars. All flying vehicles will be computer-controlled, and in the event of an accident, the computer system will control the vehicle before a collision occurs. Research on such cars is going on in Dubai. Many companies are engaged in the manufacture of self-driving cars. These cars will generally rely upon on-road sensors. Due to this, the risk of an accident will be greatly reduced. At present, self-driving metro trains are running in many developed countries. In this way, in the future, a self-driving car can make its place in some developed places and on developed roads. Space as a regular destination. Barring any further extensions, the International Space Station (ISS) is due to retire around 2024. Given the immense benefits that the ISS has provided during its many decades of service, it won't be long before this vacuum is filled. China launched the first module of its Tiangong space station, Tiangong 3, in April of 2021, which will be followed by 2 more next year. Russia also has plans to build its own space station after 2024, incumbent upon its exit from the ISS program. Shortly thereafter, Dmitry Rogozin, chief of the Russian space agency Roscosmos, stated that the first core module of the new Russian orbital station is in the works. Other details included that it was Russian Space Corporation Energia that was building the module, and that it would be ready for launch by 2025. By 2050, these stations are likely to have long since retired and served as the stepping stones toward larger and more advanced stations. Some notable features: which will help ensure humanity's long-term presence in orbit will include rotating pinwheel designs, 3D printers, refueling stations, and autonomous robotic arms for docking and departure. Orbital rings. There is one more option, but you might struggle to believe it's possible within the next 30 years. Still, the materials needed to build it already exist. An orbital ring is a strong steel cable in orbit just above the atmosphere. 50 miles above Earth, it rotates, creating forces that try to make the ring fly apart into space, while gravity tries to pull it down to Earth. If the ring is spun at the correct speed, the two forces balance one another, allowing it to rotate seemingly weightlessly. A cuff can be built around the cable, which would hold itself in place, unmoving by magnetic repulsion. The structure would be connected to the ground by cables, with an elevator giving access to the ring in less than an hour. Two maglev train tracks, which use magnets to move trains along without friction, on the underside of the ring and another on the outside, could transport passengers at incredible speeds, reaching the other side of the world in 45 minutes. Beaches and islands. In 2020, beaches had lost their appeal as plastics were far plenty than the fish in the sea. Overfishing has resulted in a grave loss of marine species. Seafood was never fresh, fish and squid were full of straws, bottle caps, and other types of trash. Even plankton, which had provided most of the Earth's oxygen, was seeing the end. Thankfully, scientists found a way to aid this global catastrophe. While they were working on solutions to reverse the damage, the government put a hold on several harmful productions. Single-use plastics were totally banned, coal mining was prohibited, laws forbidding commercial fishing were passed, fast fashion brands were carefully scrutinized. Today, the beauty of our oceans cannot be restored. They've become fables and bedtime tales. Most marine species have become extinct. But at least we now have the technology to clean up even the tiniest of plastics from the ocean. At least we're restoring cleanliness bit by bit. The government and scientists have tied up to continue cleaning our oceans. They're also rebuilding the lost corals so that fish can rebreed again. The cosmopolitan casinos of Montevideo. Macau could face regular flooding by 2050, and Las Vegas is going to have the opposite problem. So where are the high rollers gonna head? Well, probably Monaco if they're European or African, but the Novo Rich of the Novo Monde will likely head to Uruguay, a country with a laissez-faire approach to drug policing, a vendetta against cigarette companies, and a ton of beautiful old properties by the beach. Montevideo is also part of the fraternity of mid-sized cities tacking on serious mass. It's not a big place now, but it's a growth center near a beach in a relatively stable country at the heart of a region that has huge economic upside. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video just for you guys. Until then, take care, stay safe, and be happy, guys.